Hello and welcome to the third video in this Python beginner tutorial. Now today I'm just very quickly going to teach you some maths. It's going to be very quick, very brief. Let's get to it. So last lesson I told you about variables, so if we just create a little variable here, let's call it value and then set it equal to whatever maths that we're going to do. Let's start with the basics and do 1 plus 1. Let's put this in brackets because it's a variable, and now we're just going to print value. We could have also just copied and pasted this, makes it a little easier for future reference, and then we press F5 to run it. I've already saved this, and then we get 2, which is what we expect when we do 1 plus 1. Now if we want to subtract a number, this is also a very easy one. We do just minus, we could do 10 minus 5, and then what would we expect? 5. And then it works the same for negative numbers, so if we did 5 minus 10, we'd get exactly what we'd expect of minus 5. Right, now multiplying numbers, you might not be familiar with this if you haven't used computers a lot, but we use the star symbol, wherever it is. I can't remember, this is quite embarrassing. There it is, sorry. That's the star symbol. We do 10 times 5, and what would we expect? We would get 50. Now just remember that it is not an x. If you put 10x5, what will it do? It will throw up an error. That is not valid syntax. Right, so we've done that, and then we can do division. And now when you divide a number, you always get a floating value. We won't get an integer. Even if the number could be represented by an integer, it will be represented by a float by the console. I'll show you what I mean here. So if we do 25 and then we do a / for division and we do 5, we would expect the number to be 5, but it shows it as 5.0, which is a float value. This is because division is always represented as a float. Now what we can do is, it's a bit strange how computers work, and I'll show you this, but I won't go into detail of why this happens. But if we do something like 10 divided by 3, you would expect the value to be 3.3 recurring. Now it's 3.3 and it goes on, and then it's a 5 at the end. This is quite complicated why this happens. You can look it up, but basically just have this in mind if you're going to do if you want to do some complicated maths, that the number might not be the true value, but the computer will do its best to represent it. So if you want to know what the remainder of something was, you would want the modulus of it. So if we did 10 and then we do the percent sign and then we do 5, what would the remainder of 5 into 10 be? It would be 0. However, if we did a 7, we would have a remainder of 3, and there we go. That shows us the remainder. And if we want to do something to the power, so let's go with a simple one, 2 to the power of 2. We know what that's going to be. That's going to be 4. All we have to do is put 2 multiplication symbols, and that's it. And we can also do, multiplication within parentheses like this. So if we did 1 plus 2, and then we multiplied that by 2, that gives us the right value because it adds 2 to 1 first, which is 3, then multiplies that by 2, and I think, yeah, that's mostly it. That's all the maths that I think you'll need to know for now. In future videos I'll show you how we can apply this maths. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Very quick, to the point, trying to keep it good. Stay tuned.